So, no one should be surprised when I say that the electric revolution is well underway in the automotive industry. That technology is quickly working its way into the motorcycle and cycling space, but just about every option out there carries a hefty price tag. Well, except for this one. Enter the Sur-Ron Lightbeat. From what I can tell, this bike has been on the market for a couple of years now and has somehow eluded my radar until a few months ago. Shout out to the Electric Cycle Rider and the YouTube algorithm for bringing this bike to my attention. The Sur-Ron is a dirt bike, mountain bike, electric mishmash that properly blurs many lines. This, however, is not a new concept, as there are a handful of other companies producing similar products and have been for years. The difference is, Sur-Ron has managed to do it at a much more accessible price point. Most other companies in this space are charging around 10 grand for a machine like this. The Sur-Ron, brand new from their US importer, Luna Cycle, is currently only about $3,800. Now, I'm no mathematist, but that's less than half of what these other companies are asking for. So, I bought one. Shipping was an additional $200, and 3 weeks later, after holiday delays and multiple FedEx freight delays, the crate was dropped off in my garage. The instructions that came with the Sur-Ron were pretty much useless, but the assembly was self-explanatory. It only took me about an hour. So I know that many first thoughts might be, well, it's probably a piece of junk made in China. And some of that thought would be correct, but not all of it. See, the Sur-Ron is cheap when compared to other bikes in this category. And it is indeed made in China, but it's definitely not junk. As I unpacked the Sur-Ron from the box, I could immediately see that this was no piece of junk, and it showed no signs of being a high volume, low quality turd like some of us are used to seeing in pit bikes coming out of China. Now I will admit, not all the components are top spec, but they seem to be halfway decent for the price. It took a few minutes to get used to how the bike felt and how it delivered power. It definitely feels more like a dirt bike than a mountain bike, but it's definitely stuck in between. The strangest thing to get used to is the regenerative braking, which can make corner entry a little tricky. Out of the box, the Sur-Ron pops out at about 32 miles an hour, even in sport mode. This is easily remedied though with a quick 5-minute modification that gives you an extra 10 miles per hour and puts you right about 42 to 46 miles per hour. So after my initial test ride around the neighborhood, I needed more. And what better way to take advantage of an electric motorcycle than to build a track around your house? So a few hours later, after trimming back brush and cutting down branches, I had a pretty sweet little test track in the empty lots around my house. With the track finished, it was time to see what this thing could do in the dirt. After riding around the neighborhood and ripping about half a dozen laps around my new test track, these are my first impressions of the Sur-Ron Lightbeat. Holy crap, is this thing fun. It's quiet, it's easy to ride, and it's just a blast. And the fact that I can ride around my house is amazing. So if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and don't forget, visit my blog at mountainbikesandmotorcycles.com.